Maggie and Sonia are two lionesses that were mistreated as part of a traveling circus in Germany. For 8 years they performed on demand and were confined to a trailer in appalling conditions. They were rescued by the Natuurhulpcentrum in Belgium, where they were nursed back to good health before the Born Free Foundation made the decision to return them to South Africa.
I'm gonna miss her, but I know the place where she go to is much better than here. It's bigger, it's warmer, so it's good for her.
But this was not to be a simple operation.
Travelling from here, first of all, to Heathrow, and then from Heathrow over to Africa. It sounds quite a long journey and a stressful journey, but the point is these animals have come from very stressful conditions. And for this one last effort that they've got to go through, they're going to then spend the rest of their lives back in their ancestral home, in their natural environment.
So they can prepare for their long journey ahead, a crate is attached to Maggie and Sonia's enclosure.
First thing this morning was very stressy for me. One of the animals wouldn't come, but she came in. She came to us. She came into the crate looking for her sister. And then
Maggie and Sonia begin their journey from Belgium to London. From here, they will travel to Nairobi and then South Africa.
Are you okay?
The unusual cargo is loaded into the waiting plane.
Beneath my feet are two lionesses, Maggie and Sonia, rescued from a circus in Germany, taken to a halfway house in Belgium, now on a flight via Nairobi to the wonderful Shamwari Reserve in South Africa, where they will live in a huge natural enclosure for the rest of their lives. It's a life worth living.
Reaching Nairobi in the morning, the vets do a quick checkup on their passengers.
Maggie, she's not very much phased about this whole travel, actually doing very well. Sonia is a little bit more energetic. That's also what we expected. Obviously she had more or less enough of all this attention now, but it's quite good to have the opportunity to just look at them and make sure they're fine.
And then it's the last leg of the flight to South Africa and a 10-hour road transfer in convoy. Maggie and Sonia are finally nearing their new home, where the Born Free Big Cat Rescue and Education Center is based. Shamwari, meaning my friend in Shona, is a 25,000-hectare reserve in the Eastern Cape, complete with the Big Five. Maggie and Sonia won't be fully released onto the reserve as they've never learned to hunt. But from now on, they will be completely immersed in natural surroundings. At last, they are unloaded and relative freedom is imminent.
Maggie. Hey, là-bas. Maggie. Maggie, kom. Okay, she will come. Maggie, kom dan. Kom, Maggie.
Maggie tentatively vacates her travel quarters and immediately begins exploring her new home. Sonia is a little more cautious, taking her time to emerge from her crate. And feel African soil beneath her feet for the first time in 8 years.
So this is the end of a very long trip, but I'm very happy that we got here. It's a very nice place. The animals don't blame me. That's also good. So I'm very, very happy that we came all that way. It will be worth it.
We're just about to let them out into the main camp and see what they make of the very big area that they're going to go into in the bush.
Maggie, kom. Kom dan. Kom maar. Sonia, kom. Kom. Maggie, kom. Kom, Sonia. Sonia, kom.
Kom.
Ja. Kom maar.
Kom eens.
Sonia, kom.
When we rescue these animals, we see them in terribly poor conditions, and I put a lot of my heart into hoping that the animal will become a much happier and settled and natural creature in this sort of environment. It always works well, but it doesn't alter the fact that you're very nervous when one goes into these things. There's so many things that can go wrong, but this one went extremely well, and we're very happy with the outcome.
When I for the first time saw the cats, they were in very bad condition, but the biggest problem was the tail of Maggie. The tail was already cut, but the wound was very infected. Our vets took care of that. It was a little operation. And I'm very, very happy that we came all that way to South Africa, to Shamwari, because it's one of the nicest places for lions I know.